Welcome to the Love Notes podcast. I am so happy you are here. My name is Sarahi, and I am the founder of Created to Be Loved. Created to Be Loved cultivates intentional and authentic spaces for women to encounter God's redeeming love, experience radical healing, discover their unique identity, walk confidently in their purpose, deepen their faith, and foster lasting sisterhood. Rooted in the love of Jesus, art, and storytelling, we exist to empower, inspire, and encourage you to step boldly into the woman God created you to be. Let's get started. Hello, welcome back. I'm so excited that you're here. Today, I wanted to just talk to you about Created to Be Loved. Created to Be Loved is my favorite thing in the whole world. I started about almost 5 years ago, and it started with a different name. I had gone through so much trauma in college, and I started painting, and I realized for the first time, wow, this is what's inside of me. I painted something dark and black and abstract, and I saw just how broken my soul was. From then, I started painting for years, even through addiction, depression, anxiety, so many different things. It really helped me to calm my spirit, to calm my mind, and to just be able to see things from a better perspective. It really got me out of a lot of the funks that I was in. I started accumulating so many paintings that a friend of mine was like, I didn't know you were an artist. And I was like, I'm not. I really didn't believe that I was. But I had so many paintings that she actually asked me to be in my first art gallery. So I went back to Santa Barbara where it all started. I was able to sell some of my paintings for the first time ever. And that's where I declared that, okay, I have a business. I'm starting this. I had no idea what I was doing. And I'm still figuring it out, to be honest. But back then, I just had so much passion. I was just so on fire for this business. And it happened around the same time that I got saved again. Jesus and this ministry just combined forces. And I was just overwhelmed with gratitude that God gave me this beautiful gift. Over the years, I taught myself how to do marketing, how to do social media. Now I'm learning podcasting. I learned, so much about business, and I'm currently in school doing business and graphic design. I still have so much to learn, and I love to be a forever student. I think what I wanted to share with you is just my passion for it and why I love it so much. I think from the place of brokenness that I was in, I couldn't really see the goodness of the Lord back then. I couldn't see what His purposes and His plan for my life were. I was honestly so overwhelmed with the things going on in my life, with the torment that I had in my mind from the lies of the enemy, that he was just telling me all the time, you are unworthy, you aren't good enough, you won't make it, you can't make this happen. And I was just honestly feeding into those lies at some points. It made me really depressed and put me in a really bad state. And back then I was still struggling with addiction to alcohol and other things. It was just so hard for me to get out of that. But the Lord really used painting and art in general, just collaging, mixed media, abstract art to really help me express myself. I felt like I didn't have to make something quote unquote beautiful. I could just express what was on the inside of my heart and my soul and just be able to process the things that I didn't have words for. A lot of my grief was really difficult. I wasn't able to put into words sometimes, even though I love journaling, what I was really going through. And so painting was my way of releasing it and really processing through my artwork what I was experiencing in my heart. You see, when I would paint with bright colors and it would just be splattered everywhere, or I would use these random tools like knives or forks or things lying around the kitchen, and I would just go all out. there was no restrictions, no boundaries, and I was able to paint and just have fun and release whatever anger or sadness was inside of me. But when you would look at the paintings yourself, it looked like I was just having fun. It looked bright and joyful, and it was just so beautiful to look at. And the Lord gave me this revelation years ago that He used my pain for His purpose. He turned my pain into purpose. He allowed my pain to become something beautiful. Just like in the Word of God, it talks about turning mourning to dancing or beauty from ashes. That's what the Lord did through painting for me. He allowed me to take my pain and my suffering and my trauma and turn it into beautiful artwork. And back then, I didn't know about prophetic art. I didn't know what that even entailed. But this last year, the Lord was just really highlighting it and giving me revelations of how my work is prophetic, that I'm able to say, if He did it for me, He will do it for you. And now I've been diving deeper into the Word of God over the last couple of years, and especially recently, just really going deep into the prophetic artwork. As I paint, I am praying and I get my inspiration from the Bible, like revelations that the Lord has given me. And it's been something so beautiful that I get to share with others. And now the Lord has turned this whole thing into a ministry where I can be able to share the love of God and healing and breakthrough and deliverance for people who really need it. I also have dived into the world of jewelry making, collaging, stationery, apparel, and so many other different things that I want to get into. It's been fun to see how the Lord is just full of endless creativity. I'm able to dive deep into His mind and see how He thinks and the world of color that He lives in. It inspires me to live in His world of color, to see the things in the way that He does, to see His kingdom perspective over things. Whenever I'm feeling sad or angry, upset about something, I just love to spend time in worship with the Creator. And He is the one that really guides me and paints with me, or sometimes for me. It's something so beautiful that I have enjoyed so much the last few years. And even beyond that, I wanted to share not just presently what I'm creating, but how it all comes into this big picture that I won't go into detail about because some of it is sacred to me. But I have this vision of this place that I want to build in the future, a space where people can come each and every day and encounter the presence of the Lord, encounter worship, encounter His creativity, the gifts of the Spirit, and really be activated. It's a space that I can truly picture in my head as if it exists right now in my presence. It is so clear to me, and this vision that the Lord has given me is what keeps me going every day. It's a reminder of His promises, His faithfulness, and His redemption in my life. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for His faithfulness. Even as I sit with you now, I am just in awe of what He has done with me and who I am becoming. This place that I want to build, I know that I can't do it on my own. I'm going to need your help. And over the next 5 years, I want to go deep into this project. I love podcasting, YouTube videos, crafting, creating courses, doing all kinds of things, and I want to do all of it. But this building is what sets my soul on fire when I think about it the most. It's going to be an accumulation of all of these things combined, where I can host art workshops, where I can inspire and encourage other people, where I can help people discover who they are in Jesus, not only their identity, but their purpose on this earth. And I can just bring people into a space that is safe, that makes them feel seen and understood, and brings like-minded community together. I love this space so much, and this business. It truly is something so near and dear to my heart that I have been building with the Lord. And I want it to be a legacy for my family and my children, I'm thinking generations ahead, because as I mentioned in the first episode, I am such a dreamer. I truly love to dream with God, and I believe that my dreams are limitless because I serve a limitless God who created the entire universe. So I'm not afraid to dream big, but I do need your help in the process. So I would love for you to just reach out and see how we can partner together on this journey and help other people encounter the redeeming love of Jesus and help them heal through art and storytelling, which is my ultimate dream. I want to see 1 million plus women be redeemed, restored, set free, and delivered by the love of Jesus. And that is my goal, is to see others encounter the miraculous on this earth, on this side of heaven. So I just wanted to share a little bit about my heart for this ministry, and I hope that you would partner with me. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you for the next episode. I love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. If you love this podcast, be sure to subscribe to the Love Notes newsletter on my website at createdtobelovedart.com. You will find blogs, prophetic handmade goods, apparel, and more. If you are seeking someone to walk with you on your journey with God, contact me for a 30-minute coaching discovery call. I can't wait to hear from you. I'll see you next time, and don't forget that you were created to be loved.